Again, bad sense of humor on my part. That's what you guys have me on here. I'm just the fucking number guy that
Again, I
doesn't make
wouldn't.
hot takes.
He's a
Has
computer.
no
He's a
sense of
robot.
humor. That's who I am. Nick's the
He's a
hot
robot.
take guy that gets to be cool, and I'll just be the
I'm
fucking
also
lame
the
guy.
guess the stat. Like, what's Jose Iglesias' career OPS? Just like say, I'll get it within 2 points. Just randomly, I
The
guess.
second thing I want to talk about here. So I'm reading this old school kind of scout book, right?
Okay.
And it has like the five tools like fielding, arm, hitting, power, speed.
Right.
And it has like what's the most important tool for each position.
Okay.
Some of these just feeling so wrong.
What are like what are the wrong ones?
Like, okay, so what do you think in order second base would be?
We are coming to you guys late. You ready for some hot takes?
I am just slapping on hot takes, just slapping all day.
You want the introduction, or are we past that at this point?
To my right, let's take a quick appreciation. Quentin Bennell. I got co-host Vish. How you doing, Vish?
Goes is just not accurate. Here for the high grade.
We're all from Colorado. Have a lot of Rockies friends.
Congratulations on getting married.
Hey, you idiot.
Are you ready for some hot takes?
He's like, this is what you bet on the Rockies in April.
Question mark.
It's 12:30 in the morning.
You
So,
broke up. What is that?
bottom of the order.
Go Cubs.
I think speed's last on all of them. So
Speed is second.
that's terrible. That's horrendous. Hit and field should be 1 and 2.
Hit is fourth.
That's the worst. Hit should be number 1 for every position except for maybe 2.
It goes fielding, which is odd to me. Like I kind of get like
that's fair on the top 2.
speed number 2, and then arm is 3, which makes 0. Arm should be last, right?
I'm just be last in all these.
Except for-
in all these.
Like maybe right.
Yeah, right's the one where
Short,
like, you need
short
an
is
arm
probably
like
shouldn't be
maybe.
last also.
Yeah, I mean like I don't know. Behind the plate, you want to get arm too, but like it shouldn't be last. But yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
It should be it should be one for all of them except for shortstop and catcher and maybe center field.
Like some of them, like some make sense. Like catcher speed is last. That makes sense.
Speed should be last for all this.
Yeah, it's just like I don't know. Like third's the only one that like makes sense to me. It's like hitting is first, power second, fielding, arm, speed.
I think that should be probably 5 of the 9 positions. That's so you should just like print that and be like hit for
Yeah,
power.
because, like,
If you can field, you're right.
I don't know. Like maybe I was like I don't know. I was just looking at this. I thought that was interesting and weird.
No, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Again, it's an older book though.
Yeah.
So like power is like only for first, left, and right.
Like,
In
what
the
era
regular
are we
season.
talking about? This was
Well,
published.
again, like this is an older book.
And the regular season. Don't forget the regular season.
Season power is last. Always.
Even the postseason, it goes speed, hit, and then nothing. That's
And
all you
bunting.
need. You just need
Bunting.
yeah.
We're taking out.
You
Taking
just
out power,
speed,
just
hit,
having
and bunt.
bunting.
Yeah.
All right, Nick. I don't want to fucking talk circles around you this early.
So what do you want to? What do you want to go with?
We'll hold off on that. That was the only thing.
I
So, when Connor said, "Hey, write this bio," the only thing that came to my mind was, "I'm just here to talk circles around Nick." That's all I wanted to write on there.
Listen, I
That's how I
own
feel,
real estate
though.
in your dome. That's all I gotta say.
You have what?
I own real estate in your dome.
Oh, I think you own real estate. It's like you rent an apartment. That is not true.
I own no real estate.
And I was like,
In the
I'm
real
also
world.
in an apartment. I'm like, I'm also in an apartment. I don't know
Yeah, no one here owns real
fucking
estate.
real estate you bought, but no, but in my dome, that's just not true at all. And you know that's not true.
This man's just running. He's just obsessed with me running circles around him. Sorry.
Hey, real
continue.
quick before we get into the wild card race here, Nick,
Yeah.
did you catch Thursday night football? Cubs versus Phillies.
Thursday night football.
Yeah, it's 8-17 right now.
Oh my god, is it really? I haven't even
Yeah,
looked.
the fucking
Oh.
Cubs. The Cubs put a 7 spot up in the third inning, and then the fourth inning let up a 7 spot.
Brutal.
Oh, yeah, they should have touched it, right? They just went down the field in the third inning, scored a touchdown, and then the Phillies came back, scored another touchdown, tied it up.
Let's see who's hit for the Phillies. Let's see. Got Bohm swinging.
Yeah, but
Can you guys see me right
27
now still?
No.
Who?
Oh, you can't?
No.
No.
But Q, do you
That
have
sucks.
any ability to make yourself not be a shadow figure?
No.
Yeah, you are very dark.
Okay.
Reynolds, am I?
No,
am I
I'm not
okay
gonna
with
lie
that
to
now?
you.
Q or Vish, you look beautiful, sir.
What about
Thank
that?
That's actually
That's
not
better.
as bad.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Now you look like you're.
We just can't see any facial features, so it's just
No one wants that anyway. It's fine.
Oh, come on now.
No one wants
I
that.
think
It's,
what is it? Your
All right,
hinge.
let's talk about the wild. Let's talk about the wild card games. There's like not wild card games, but I think last time we talked, the Cardinals. I think we just said fuck it. They were out of it. I don't remember. Did we say that, Connor? I think we might have.
I think we
did,
did.
last
yeah.
week.
Yeah.
And currently, the Cardinals own the second wild card. They won 5 in a row, and San Diego's kind of been playing 500 baseball, and then Cincinnati decided to lose.
you're dead, yeah.
Who
They're
did they
being the
play?
Reds. They're just being the Reds.
Who did the Reds play?
I don't even know.
They lost to the Pirates.
Hmm.
That's in their defense. It was Roberto Clemente Day.
They were just being the Reds, though. Like, this is what the Reds do. They're like,
I
wait,
also
they should be
watched,
good. Their
I also
roster's
watched.
pretty decent.
I don't know why I had to think about who they played though, because I watched the game. They scored on a ground out from second base to win the game. The Pirates.
Classic.
Oh, I saw that.
I don't.
No,
It's
they were
kind of
play-
hard to
They
explain
were
what
playing the
happened,
Reds.
but-
No, I know exactly what
Yeah.
you're talking about. It was the ground ball to Votto. They were really slow getting the
Bobbled it
ball
a little
over
bit.
to first base, and the dude literally just like didn't stop running.
Yep. So
That's
yeah,
pretty fun.
just lackadaisical baseball when you're in a postseason race with 15 games is an interesting tactic, in my opinion.
It's just the Reds. Like, this is what they do.
Interesting tactic.
When they sign you, they're like, hey, by the way, when it gets down to the real nut cutting time, we're not a playoff team. Like, we're not, it's in Q's words, we're not built for the playoffs.
Real for what?
That's what
What?
was the GM means.
So again, I didn't think the Reds were going to be a playoff team at the break, and I'm kind of surprised they didn't do more at the break. Were you? Like if they think this is their window to win, right? You have two all-star outfielders that are just studs.
Yeah,
Votto is back to playing some amazing baseball.
for probably a short period of time. He's old.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's a couple of years, even that's still not a super big window with him. I'm not that
Ray's been
surprised.
pitching solid. Like you lose Bauer, and then what? They didn't really
Yeah,
fill that
Castillo's
role.
been dominant since the first couple of starts. And then Maul's been really good for them. Miley's been their best arm, which he's one of the most underrated players in the league. I mean, yeah, I wasn't that surprised because, like, they're kind of like, I don't want to call them the Mariners because, like, the Mariners did worse than the Reds. The Mariners bought and were active when they shouldn't have been and then gave up assets that they didn't need to give up. And they got Alvarado or what's his face, Castillo, who's going to be there next year too. But yeah, the Reds just like didn't do anything. But I'm also not shocked because like, what would you have done? You know, like what?
Would you write them out at this point? Like,
No.
they're
The World
one
Series?
back, but they're just playing bad baseball, man.
I mean, I'm writing them out because it's the Reds and
Mhm.
the Cardinals are a good franchise at least, even though I
Do you
hate
think
them.
do you think at this moment? Because basically they're one game, right? With
Yeah.
the 16. Who's a better team in your eyes?
Like roster,
Yeah, like right now, like if
I think the Reds
rec-
have the best roster of any of these teams.
really over the Padres.
I mean, I guess like yeah, like the Padres.
Okay, you're talking
Dave
Cardinals
Wake's
or
now.
Reds. I
Yeah,
honestly,
Reds for sure.
I think the Cardinals have a better roster still.
I don't even think it's close.
They're top. I think they're. What do you mean they're not close?
Like the
You can't say they're
the,
not close.
the Cardinals have one arm, and is Flaherty even back?
Flaherty's back, and you can't say they have one arm because Wainwright. I know he's fucking old, and you hate fucking hearing this, Nick.
It's
But
so right
Wainwright's
now.
he's been one of the best arms in the league the past 2 months.
No, I get that.
He's,
Yeah, I mean,
I don't have the exact numbers on there. I'm gonna fucking botched the fuck out of this. But I know he's like close to throwing around 7 innings every start. And he was throwing like a 1.9 the past 2 months.
No,
And
I get it.
down to a 2.9 in the season.
No, I get it. I'm just saying, like,
You
I'm
can't
just
say
saying.
one arm. Now, if you want to say they have no bullpen, because they demoted Reyes.
I mean, yeah, I just
And,
and the Reds.
who's closing?
Even if you say Wainwright, like the Reds have 4 arms
And who's closing, Nick?
for the Reds. The Reds have no bullpen.
No,
That's
for the Cardinals.
I don't even know, isn't it? What's his face, Gallegos?
Yeah, Gallegos. And Gallegos is just not a closer.
No, he's fine. He's like a fine back end guy.
And I think I was trying to explain this to someone. There's a reason you see a bunch of good setup guys like that, but you don't see many good closers. It's just a different thing to
Yeah, like
close out.
setup's
games.
valuable. Like those guys are
Yeah.
valuable, but closing's hard. In the
Like,
major
they're like,
leagues.
oh, Gallegos has been good in the setup, and then he's blown like 3 saves.
Like Chad Green. Chad Green, the Yankees are like, please God, we need a ninth-inning guy. He's so good in the 7th and the 8th, and he gets to the 9th, he's just like, I don't know how to throw the ball. And, like, dude, just 2 outs.
Right, it should be the same 3 outs, but it's just.
It's just not. And then you've guys like Hader and Billish, like, anytime they're in trouble, like, here's the
Well, yeah,
ball.
get Hader. Hader throws fucking 98-mile-an-hour fastballs from
Behind dude's
fucking
head.
big dog spot. All right, so right now you got St. Louis leading the Padres at half a game since
Yeah.
over Cincinnati with 1. Philly at 3, about to be 2.5 since they're about to win, and then New York's at 5. New York's out. We done with New York?
I've been down in New York since the opening
Even
day.
though we said I was done with the Cardinals, I guess they can come back, but like, there's no fucking way that Mets jumped 4 teams in 15 days, 15
Yeah, I'm
games.
done with them.
All right. Who do you got right now? You got to make bullet gun to your head right now. Who do you got? Cincy, Padres, Cardinals.
I mean, like, I want to say Padres.
Do you want to go on your Padres rent?
Yeah, I mean, I want to say Padres, but, like, I'd probably say Cardinals because the Padres are the Padres and the Cardinals are the Cardinals. That's the only reason. Otherwise, I would for sure say Padres.
What's your issue with the Padres here?
The Padres have been, like, mishandled the entire, like... AJ Preller is too happy. He's just too active. Like, he keeps, like, making all these deals and trading dudes, and they don't get any better. Like, they traded for Jake Marisnick. They traded for Caratini. That was a Yu Darvish trade because they wanted to get Yu Darvish's catcher. But, like, they get all these role players who I like as getting them for, like, a 4th outfielder. Or, like, let's say Profar. Profar plays left field almost every day.
Enough.
Yeah, like, I don't even hate Profar. I've been one of his biggest supporters. I love him. It's just like he's a 5th infielder who can play all over the place. He's got a fine bat, but he shouldn't play every day. And fucking Preller keeps dealing for these dudes, like with Adam Frazier deal, for example. I love Frazier, and Frazier's going to help them beyond this year. Like, they just bought high on a career second baseman who's got a 760 OPS. Again, who I like, but he had an 870 OPS, and you paid for that. You just bought high on a guy with club control, which I like Frazier. I like the trade still. But they're just buying high on these guys, not taking into account change of scenery, not taking into account that they don't even have a track record of producing like they are, and they're probably going to fall off with change of scenery. And they're just going crazy on these trades, shipping prospects away, doing whatever they got to do, and they're not even getting that much better. The trades I will defend is Darvish, because that sucks. He's pitched terribly over the stretch since the All-Star break. And then Snell, because it's Blake Snell. He's had one bad year in the big leagues, but other than that, he's been dominant, and he's throwing like shit. But, like, those two guys, even those guys, like, them not panning out makes sense. And that I can defend all day. But getting guys like, again, not that I hate Adam Frazier. It's just not like you're getting, you're not getting a blue chip guy. He's a good player. I like Frazier a lot. Loved him for a long time. No one knew who he was before this year, but I always knew. What I'm trying to say is they're too aggressive. Like, this offseason, I don't want to see them make a single trade. I want them to sit back and make one really good signing. Don't overspend. Just spend your money well on one person to plug an actual hole that you know you can count on. I don't know. They're so gun happy and, like.
How do you? So right now they're obviously just struggling.
Fucking hard.
Yeah.
On the rotation side of it,
Yeah.
you see what they did tonight?
No, I actually didn't.
They went the opener approach.
Dude, how does this even happen? But going into the year, I thought they had 9 on.
Listen, but hey, the one thing is that they have the 4th best bullpen in baseball right now, ERA wise.
For sure. The bullpen's great.
So can you take a playbook out of the Rays here? Again, I'm not a big fan of the opener, but they haven't. I think they have enough arms bullpen wise, and they have enough good long relievers. They can do it.
For sure.
This, you think that might be the approach for the rest of the year? Go four starters, then bullpen game.
Yeah, I kind of like it. I mean, why not? I mean, you need to win games this point. It's what it's about. So, I mean, fuck it. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. It's not repeatable and sustainable, but for right now, I think it's smart, especially because they don't have any
you
bombs.
get to the playoffs, right?
Just get to the playoffs. That's all you're trying to do. You're the Padres also.
They get to the playoffs, and right now, the Giants just lost again because they played the Padres, and the Dodgers. I don't know if they're going to hold on, but I think the Dodgers are about to pass them. So we're probably going to be looking at a Giants, Padres wild card. I know Yu Darvish has been bad, but he's still Yu Darvish.
Yeah, I mean, the wild card game is that's why I want the Dodgers to go to the wild card game. I know it'd be probably Bueller and dominate, but you never know, you know?
You think Bueller would start? Come on.
I would assume that'd be Max for sure.
It'd be Max.
You gotta go Max, yeah.
For sure.
I forget who's in the team for half a second, I gotta be honest with you.
No, it's fair, man. Like we were talking about earlier, imagine before the year started, right? And Connor, imagine this, right? I told you the Dodgers have 3 guys fighting for the Cy Young right now. And Trevor Bauer was off the team. You'd be so fucking confused.
And 2 first ballot Hall of Famers.
Yeah. And they'd be like, oh, your first question would be, oh, Clayton must be having like a bounce back, like obviously he's still always good, like a bounce back, like Cy Young type of year. And I'm like, nope, he's actually having his worst year ever, throwing at a 3.4.
Which is like 3, but
so that's your game 4 right now. It's Clayton Kershaw throwing at a 3.4, which is beautiful to have. You'd be like, okay, Urias maybe like stepped up and be like, yep, you're right. And then Bueller's been good. I'm like, obviously. And they'd be like, who the fuck is the third on? Be like, oh, they got Max Scherzer. And you'd be like, no, they fucking didn't. You're lying to me.
like Tony Gonsolin, like Danny Duffy's like, they're just like, I mean, he's not in AAA obviously, but they just got this dude like sitting in the shadows, being like, if anyone gets hurt, we have Danny Duffy. Like they're just like hoarding.
Then they
arms.
complain about their bullpen.
I mean,
Like
Kenley
fans.
is a bum, but yeah.
Kenley's just not a bum. Trust me, I know what a bad bullpen looks like.
No, I get it. He's not a bad, but like he's so overpaid and overrated. But yeah,
Yeah. Chad Kelly's not bad still though.
Chad Kelly,
Blake's
Slide Kelly.
not bad still. Huh?
Chad Kelly.
What?
You said Chad Kelly.
Chad Kelly is the head coach of Oregon, isn't he?
No, that's Chip Kelly. That's the old head coach of Oregon. Now he's the head coach of UCLA. Chad Kelly is the quarterback from Ole Miss. He was the Broncos quarterback.
Oh, that's right. Dude,
Chad
again,
Kelly.
listen, I have slept like 3-4 hours.
Hey,
past
and
5
for the
years.
record, we did go back into the audio of a couple episodes ago. You did say Jim Thome.
You
No, I
cued
didn't.
it.
Yes.
Cued it. Thank you,
He
Reynolds.
did say
Thank you.
Jim
Hey,
Thome.
listen, again.
He was like, no, I
again,
said Tommy for sure. I was like, dude, you just said
He
Thome.
did
so
say
hard.
Jim Thome.
Dude's got 612 career home runs. Does he have 612? Someone fact check it. I guarantee it's 612.
Hey, I can fact check right here.
All right.
Okay, thank you. I was
let's
gonna say,
go
I'm
with
looking
that.
it
So, Nick, right now, you got San Diego going?
Yeah, yeah. I hope so, man.
I'm gonna. I got the Phillies. I'm fucking. They're gonna do it. Yeah, I'm dropping that out.
Hold on, let me
Connor
figure
just
out how
threw
to.
his hands up in the air. What's wrong with that,
Let me
Connor?
figure out how to share my computer.
What's wrong with that, Connor?
Nothing.
Jim
Uh,
Thome has 612 career home runs. I mean, I'm sure I nailed this because I'm just confident.
check
I-
out the. Look at
screen.
the.
I'm the greatest. That's all I have to say.
Look, I have stuck with
Like,
the Phillies.
why would I know that? Like, I just,
Unlike
I
you,
have
Nick,
nothing in my head.
unlike you, I stick with my picks, and I think the Phillies are going to come through. They have the worst. Dude, they play the Nationals again, the Marlins again. Like they have such, and I think and then they have to finish this up with the Cubs. Like they can still easily do this, and I'm sticking with them.
I get it.
And
Plus,
Blake-
their
and
moves
Blake-
actually helped them.
Also, they've won 3 in a row. That means they're going to win like 10 in a row, and by the time that ends, they won't have time to lose 7 in a row. So
They're running out of games.
they're out of games to lose. So
Plus, everyone in the
Everyone-
second NL wildcard spot's trying to lose a spot. They're like, you have it. And the Reds are like, no, you have it.
Dude, again,
The
I watched
Cardinals
that,
like, we'll
fucking-
take it.
I
The
watched that
Padres-
Reds game last night. It looked like they were trying to lose it. All right, so I'm sticking with the Phillies. We can make a bet on this right now. I'm literally gonna give you a 2.5 lead.
Okay, like you're giving me even odds?
No,
Well, then what?
I'll give you minus 150. Still good.
Give me a minus 120 and you got a deal.
All right, so what? How much do you want to wager on it?
I will. If I win, I get 20. If you win, you get 24.
All right, that's fine.
I'm taking the Padres. You're taking the Phillies, and if anyone else wins, it's a scrap.
So what's the exact bet, really quick?
Nick's getting great odds.
All right. So what is it?
I'm telling you, man, they're gonna get hot. Like, even next week, I'm gonna get on this shit and be like, "I told you, the Phillies are gonna win 10 in a row. There's gonna be 4 games left, but it's not gonna matter. They can't go on their 10-game losing streak."
All right. So what's the bet? I'm gonna tweet it out.
I just have. I'm giving Nick minus 120 odds that the Phillies will make the last wild card game, and he has the Padres winning it. Or not winning it, just getting that wild card spot. Again, looks like a bad bet on paper, but
So I have
Phillies
Nick
Phillies
120 odds that the Phillies will win the last wild card spot, and then what's the second half of that?
I have the Phillies to get the wild card. He has the Padres.
Okay.
If I
So-
win, I get $24. If Nick wins, he gets 20.
So Q, you want the Phillies to win the last wild card spot?
Yes. All right, Nick. Let's get to the AL here.
Yeah, let's do it.
Where are we at here? Oh my God, we have a fucking 3-team race. Look at that.
I know.
It's the team 2nd, 3rd, and 4th in the AL East. Would you look at that? New York's out again. They just lost tonight. They lost to the O's. Again, when you said teams aren't trying to lose games right now, they are.
Look here, you have it. You have
Oh,
it. You
good.
got
Oh,
this
good. They were up 2-1 going in the bottom of the 9th. They let up 1 and went to extras and lost.
Dude, oh my God, their 9th inning is an actual problem. I mean, their
Yeah. Oh, it is.
rotation's tough, but their 9th
It
inning
is. I don't. The rotation's bad. Again, I still think that I don't know if I've gone on the record saying I like the Yankees or Red Sox better.
I like the Yankees more, but
I think I like the Red Sox more, but I definitely like Toronto more than both of them.
I mean, yeah, you did a week ago, so 2 weeks ago for sure. Now. So I don't even want to hear that.
Dude, I've
I'm
watched
not
a couple of Yankees games the last couple of weeks. Their lineup's still a mess. Brett Gardner's playing every day for some reason. I don't understand it. The outfield is like 340 feet. You don't need fucking defenders out there. Put
No,
Judge.
I don't think they're.
Guerrero's not a bad defender. Judge can play center fine. Just put
Yeah, no, I
Stanton in
don't
left.
really
Who
do that.
cares? And then just let Voit and Rizzo both be in the line. It's stupid. I don't
I
get
agree
it.
with you, but yeah. It's also not like
you
Brett
keep having
Gardner's a good
Gardner, he's such
defender.
a he'd be so bad offensively.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Like, I don't want to shit on him. Like he was a good player. He was a really good player.
No, I get it.
but
I'm on your side here.
It's just comparing him to Voit or him to Rizzo offensively isn't even in the same ballpark.
Yeah, like what are we doing? You know, and like the defense you're gaining is really not worth it.
Oh, he's the best outfielder, defender by far. But again,
I mean,
you play
Judge is,
you play at a field where it's
Judge is better than
320 feet,
also.
and like every time I'm going to say Yankee Stadium, it's going to get smaller. Next thing you know, it's going to be Cooperstown.
290.
It's going to be 200 feet.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on your side here. They should just run the big boys out there.
Oh, good. Brett Gardner led off tonight. Good.
What's his OPS?
He went 680. Rizzo played and Voit did not.
Yeah, it's not like Voigt's having like a barn burner year, but still, you just gotta play your best hitters, and he's your best.
Wade's
better
playing
than-
every day too, and it's just like,
Tyler Wade is? Where is he
yeah,
playing?
short.
Oh, that makes sense, actually. I forgot.
Yeah.
Who's playing second? DJ
Dude.
every day?
Oh yeah, DJ is. Dude, hear me out. Oh, Glaber is playing second. Is DJ hurt, or did he just miss a game?
I can look it up.
Dude.
I feel like it's Glaber short, DJ.
Nick, hear me out.
Okay.
If I'm the Yankees right now, this is gonna sound wild.
Yeah.
I'm going fantasy team on this. Fuck positions. Putting my 9 best hitters out there.
Okay, what are you
Putting-
gonna pick, guys? Tell me.
I'm putting DJ at short.
Continue.
Okay.
Again, so far, but
I'm
continue.
gonna put Odor at second.
Oh, I forgot he's in the team, yeah.
Rizzo at first.
Is Odor even hitting well? That guy is so weird. He hits like 200 every year.
Actually, that's not even true. I'm gonna put Odor at third. Glaber at short. LeMahieu at second.
It's better.
Voit DHing. Rizzo at first.
So,
Judge in center. Gallo in left there. Yeah, left. And then Stanton in right.
No, dude. Put Gallo in right also.
You scored 2 runs off. No, put Gallo in
Gallo,
left.
man.
And a Yankee
Oh.
Stadium, put him in left.
Gallo is a 70 arm.
Why would you want him in right? The fence is like 290.
The throw's still longer to third than it is to left.
You need a better arm
The
in left.
throw's not shorter. In left field, it's still like you're looking from.
How
Right
often do you
field to
make
third
that throw
base.
once a game, first to third?
You make the throw home.
And you
like,
don't even make that throw first to third. They're playing at 250 feet there.
you don't put your
Everyone's
best arm
going
in
first
right
to
from
third there.
first to home. You put your best arm in right from first to third.
Not
It's right
Yankee
to third.
Stadium when it fucking doesn't matter.
It does matter.
It doesn't matter.
The fence and left is short. You're like
He's been playing left. You know that, right?
Gallo.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
his Judge
Stan
been playing right.
played left tonight.
Yeah,
Stan
that makes
played
no
left
sense.
tonight, and they still didn't DH Voit.
That makes no sense. Also, Stanton should play left, and Gallo should
Dude.
play right. Gallo is a 70 arm. He's one of the
They
best
had,
arms. in
Ju-
the
they
league.
had
It's
Judge.
never
D- they had Judge DH.
It's your best defensive outfielder.
Hey,
awesome.
you know, hey,
hilarious.
let me tell you something. This isn't time to rest people.
so DJ LeMahieu out with a stomach virus.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
Took a rapid COVID-19 test that came back negative.
Is Odor playing third?
No, your cell is
God, dude, what a fucking bad player. What's his OPS? Like 750?
710.
Remember when everyone was like, hey, Gio Urshela, resurgence? I was like, relax.
The Yankees
Yeah,
need a. I'm off the Yankees again. I've done this like 3 times. I'm done with them. I'm done. I'm staying with Toronto or the Blue Jays. Sorry, Toronto or the Red Sox. So just fucking. You
I'll
can't do
take
other stuff.
Toronto, the Blue Jays, and then to win the division, I'm going to take the 6.
And the guy with Bo Bichette. With Bo Bichette.
And give me Drake in the third wild card spot.
Give me Drake's Toronto's finest.
That's good stuff. No, I got.
Also, did New York Gil?
Is
Did we talk about Gil last week? Did we talk about Gil last week?
Also, I love everyone calls him Luis Gil. It's like, dude, it's fucking Gil. It's pronounced Gil. Like, just pronounce it Gil, okay? Can we not try too hard here?
Is it Hill?
They gotta call him Heel, Luis Gil.
Then I've been pronouncing it wrong this whole time.
I've been pronouncing it wrong for like freaking a year.
In my
In the
defense,
league, and the Yankees, it was like,
My
Gil.
defense-
Like, really though?
in Scranton, they called him Gil.
Listen,
When he was
it's
playing
GIL,
AAA,
so- when I read Gil, I just go Gil.
But anyway, he was kind of bad again his last outing. They do not have arms. Garrett
No, I
Cole's
get it.
hurt.
Who's the
and they're
Red
just rolling
Sox
him out there.
best pitcher?
Chris Sale.
He's not even healthy. He's just COVID.
I don't know. Again, you asked me a question, I answered it. Okay.
I'm telling you incorrect. He's literally not available. He
Listen,
cannot throw in a major
Don't
league
fucking
baseball.
listen. Don't ask me a question and don't want me to answer it. You asked me a question, and I answered
Well,
it.
my
I
response
don't care if you
back
have a
is
fucking stomach flu.
wrong. No,
You want to ask me who the best available pitcher is? I'll answer a different question. You ask me
What's
who their
the-
best arm is.
who's their best available pitcher?
Rodriguez.
Hunter Renfroe is probably their best.
Hunter Renfroe. I don't know.
He throws the hardest.
know.
Yeah.
They won
actually,
yesterday.
you
Who'd they
don't have
start?
anybody. You don't have pitching. Tanner
Jeez.
Houck. Houck is a hook. He's good. Actually.
Yeah, he threw yesterday.
He's really good. He looks like Chris Hale just right-handed. So. Have you actually seen that guy throw? He looks just like Chris Sale.
I didn't watch their game yesterday. God, you know what? Fuck it, Evaldi, I guess. I don't know, Nick. I don't know what you want me to say.
Evaldi is dead now. He was good to start the game. Was like, made Evaldi. And I was like, okay.
It's 3-5. I don't know.
He's not bad, actually. But yeah, no, they're probably in a better spot than the Yankees. The Yankees have nobody. You're probably right. I'm just playing devil's advocate here. If Chris Sale's back, I like the Red Sox more as well.
Who's the Yankees' best arm?
Gary Cole.
Nope, like he's dead. He's not.
Why?
He's so hurt.
Is he really?
He's not. He's pitching through it.
Oh, he's been doing well though.
Yeah, because he's Garrett Cole.
Yeah, because so Gary Cole.
That dude, if he fucking lost his right arm, would pitch well with his left.
Oh, I agree. That's what I'm saying. Oh, fuck you, Giants touchdown.
No, don't tell me that.
Yeah. We're fucked.
He has a hamstring injury. He's fine, actually. I don't know. He's
Yeah.
fine. All right. Give me Toronto in the first wild card and the Red Sox in the second. Wild card game in the sixth. Drake throws out the first pitch. It'll be Ryu versus
Robbie Ray is
Vol-
the best. Robbie Ray.
Robbie Ray. Robbie Ray. God, they have good arms.
I know they're good.
Why didn't you ask me that question? I could have said 3 guys.
I know. They have Barrios, Ray, and
Nick's
Ray.
gotta fucking ask me the minor league questions. Hey, who's the best arm for the fucking Swamp Dragons? I don't fucking know, Nick. Nick, what's the best minor? Sorry, I'm fucking exhausted right now. The best minor league team name I've decided is the Trash Pandas.
I mean, that one is so funny. It's also
That's
new.
the most electric name ever.
I mean, that one's
Sorry,
so
bro.
funny.
I don't know why I just thought about that, but
No, you're right. That one's
what's your AL lock for wildcard predictions?
Toronto for sure. I mean, I've been
Toronto
on it for
versus Red
weeks.
Sox or Yankees?
I'm just gonna go Yankees because you went Red Sox, but I probably like the Red Sox a little more. But I'm just gonna go
That's just
Yankees.
ridiculous.
All I know is I have a for sure victory because I predicted the Red Sox or Blue Jays with like 25 games, and they were like 5
Nick,
and a half.
you know
games
why
back.
you like the Yankees?
Why?
Because you know when they get to the playoffs, they won't hit baseballs.
Maybe.
And you fucking like teams that apparently don't hit baseballs.
Listen, the Red Sox don't have baseballs either. All right.
At least they have like 4 guys that can.
I guess they just have literally one dude. It's DJ. I'm trying to
He
think.
did a
Judge
stomach
does.
virus. I don't even know what's going on with him.
Judge does.
Judge is good, but he's taking rest days from right field apparently. In the midst of fucking.
Listen, Gio Urshela probably has the best batting average on the freaking team. That guy's a bum.
Can we talk about this, Connor?
What do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about that Nick. I was driving yesterday, going to work, I was going to go watch the fucking night baseball game.
Okay.
Just doing that thing, And Nick calls me, and
No. Oh, yeah. Wait.
Nick calls me, and we start talking, and he says, I'm just going to fucking lie. And this is how I heard it. First, then I'll let Nick rebuttal. How I heard it was, hey, Quentin, I was thinking about playoff baseball. You know what? Base hits don't matter. That's basically what I fucking heard him say.
No.
Really?
Let me tell you exactly what happened.
What do you
I
have
don't
to
remember
say
who
for
called who.
yourself, Fish?
Let me just tell you actually exactly what happened. I don't remember who called who in truth
It
and
doesn't
honesty.
matter.
In the name of truth and honesty, I don't remember who called who. But what I do know is Q was like, I just think singles are undervalued at this point. That's how the conversation started. And I was like,
The batting average is undervalued at this point.
yes, you did say that. That is the exact quote that was used. I was
The
like,
batting average is undervalued at this point. And you said, what the fuck do you mean?
yeah, that's actually probably the exact words I used. I was probably like,
I said,
no,
we're getting closer to postseason baseball, right? And anyone that's watched postseason baseball and regular season baseball, it is a complete different sport. There's way more strategy that comes in the game. There's way more small ball that comes in the game. First to thirds are way more prominent. There'll be more defense switches, way more pinch running. It's a totally different game.
I mean, yeah, it's
And
not like a totally. There's differences.
I'm talking about when you get to the postseason, stats get thrown out of the window a little bit, and you need to be able to get base hits when there's runners on. And Nick just doesn't think you need to hit the ball ever. So basically, this turned into, I said, singles are more important than walks, and Nick thought that was the dumbest thing I ever said in my life, apparently.
No, I agreed with you. You were just acting like singles were way more important.
They are way more important than walks.
Okay, I agree
And
with you.
And then Nick, tell him what your no, we'll just have this conversation again.
Okay.
I said, Steve, you say the same fucking thing. I said singles are way more important because you can
more.
and they move runners over. We're talking about winning games right now. They move runners over, and what was your response to me?
I said they also can get guys thrown out, which I was
Actually
being
get people out. That was his response to me.
I said they can also get the. And then I was kidding at that point, obviously. But what I will say,
I think you were like, if you just walk, like that also gets the guy over, but there's no chance of him getting out.
well, I mean that is true if there's gonna be first base. But I'm not. Of course, I think singles more valuable. But this batting average is not undervalued, and here's my entire argument. And we'll talk to the postseason part of it here in a second, but because there's definitely something to be said there. I agree with him to a degree, but not at all at the same time. Batting average is not undervalued because singles are reflected for double the value of a walk in OPS. Like if you walk, only your on base percentage goes up. It doesn't affect your slugging whatsoever. If you just single, it gives you the same amount of on base percentage boost, but it also gives you 1,000 slugging or a slugging percentage for that at bat. So a single is worth more in OPS because it is worth more in real life, as it should be. As it should be. I think singles are obviously more valuable. I'd rather my guys hit a single than walk every time. But hitting singles is fucking hard. Season is. I'm not telling you to go up there and try to walk. I'm just telling you, if you're Joey Gallo, go up there and be yourself. If you're going to hit 215 and 38 home runs and have a close to a 380 on base percentage, which is a 180-point difference from your batting average, which is crazy elite, do it. Just be yourself. Don't try to hit more singles, which is, I know Q's not saying that either. Or don't try to have a higher batting average. Be you.
I'm talking
OPS.
what mainly I'm talking about is obviously I think OPS is still a better stat. I'm talking about in postseason baseball, striking out matters where it doesn't as much in the regular season. Because in the regular season, again, we talked about this. The whole point of kind of analytics is getting runs, and you see the teams with the highest run differentials eventually, law of average, they come out to the most wins. It doesn't matter in the postseason. Postseason is about one couple games, and striking out fucking 13 times in a game, 12 times in a game, and having 5 hits, you're not going to win a ball game. Like you can.
But, okay, and I agree. I'm not saying you should be trying to strike out.
Yeah, you will, because you'll walk twice and hit 3 homers. 3 homers.
Sure.
3 home runs.
3 homers.
3 homers.
Listen, strikeouts don't matter. They only
I know what you're
matter.
gonna say that's dumb.
They don't matter. They literally.
How are you gonna feel, right?
Just get on the finish here.
No. How are you gonna feel when there's someone on third base with no outs and they don't fucking score in the postseason?
As what I was going to say, strikeouts don't matter. They don't. How you get out, you get out. It is what it is. Situational hitting, strikeouts matter. But that's few and far between. And dudes in the major leagues are aware of how the situation. They're aware. They're not idiots. I'm not saying. If you think they should go up there and practice situational hitting, sure, I agree. The guys should try to have situational hitting in the regular season. But in the postseason, situational hitting matters. Strikeouts don't matter. Doesn't matter if you hit 15 times. You hit a ground ball short, you K, it's the same thing. Now, if
You
a
don't
guy's in
think
third,
you don't think mentally it matters?
no, not at all.
Yes, it does.
No
So
chance.
as an arm, you're fucking punching people out. You're feeling good.
I disagree, but I mean,
That's
fully.
not true. You do not disagree with that.
But If I'm getting outs, I'm getting. The bottom line is, strikeouts don't matter in a macro perspective because an out is an out, and in the major leagues especially, because dudes can all field. The ground ball to shortstop is an out, and strikeout is an out. It's the same end result.
No,
For
I'm not talking about
situational
people
hitting.
hitting ground balls.
What are you talking about?
You know you could get hits other than ground balls, right?
But no, I'm saying like you're saying like. Well, then why
I'm
would a
talking,
strikeout?
I'm talking about situational hitting, batting average with runners in scoring position.
That's always important, and also
Yeah.
that's that kind of stuff isn't.
And even more important, the playoffs.
No, it's not. All the playoffs is it's shrinking the regular season. Your margin for error is smaller, but it's shrinking the exact same game.
I don't understand how you think walks and singles are on the same plane.
They're not. It's literally what I've been saying this the whole time. They're not. But how? What do you mean the batting average is undervalued? How could there be more value there? Yeah, there are plenty of guys with 300 that are terrible players.
I'm talking strictly batting average and situational with runners on.
Of course. But that's just having a nutsack, as we already talked about. Batting average is not undervalued. It never will be valued.
They need to make a stat for that still.
Yeah, I know.
Someone needs to figure that out. Connor, get on
You
it.
just can't, though. That's the point. That's why postseason
Ball
is fun.
sack
Why baseball's
stat or
fun.
what?
Ball sack stat.
There's just a chemistry.
Actually,
to
there's
baseball.
definitely a clutch stat out there.
Yeah, but like even then, it's hard to quantify because like you can go through a stretch of we already talked about with like David Price, who was horrendous for 10 years in the postseason, and then all of a sudden went to the Red Sox, won a World Series, and now he's a fucking hero, and everyone acts like he's John Lester in the postseason. He's a 4 or 5 career ERA at the postseason.
Connor, what do you think about that? Nick and I was talking about that with like critiquing players for them not being clutch, how ridiculous it is. You think
Like
it's fair?
in reference to like the David Price or like a Clayton Kershaw in the postseason.
Yeah, like Kershaw or
No,
something.
exactly. I'm
Um,
not even saying you're like completely wrong sometimes. I'm just saying acting like I don't know. It's all I'm trying to say is singles are never going to be back, and batting average is not undervalued. Sorry, I just jumped back to that. We can answer the Clayton Kershaw thing.
it's alright. Like I don't know. Like me personally, I think a person's career, like if Chris Paul would have won, the World Series, the NBA championship this past year, he'd be going, no doubt, Hall of Famer, everything like that, because he finally got that ring.
Legacy, that's different. I'm talking about
For
the
sure.
criticism of, like,
He's talking
just-
about player value.
Well, isn't
Yeah.
reputation legacy?
yeah, I'm not talking about legacy so much. Like, I'm talking about them coming out and start Clayton, like, oh, he doesn't have that it factor, which to me is like the most
I
ridiculous.
mean, I feel
thing
like
in the world.
there
When you talk
definitely has to
about MLB
be
players.
there has to be some type of it factor, I guess. Like,
I don't know, to me, like they all have it. Like, it's hard to say they don't when they're just competing
But
against
yeah,
the
but
best
there's-
players and they lose.
but there's always like a level within levels. So like to us, we feel that all MLB players have an it factor because they made it. But within,
I think that's like to us. I think we're in the fucking small percentile, honestly.
but then when you're within MLB, there are guys that come up for a cup of coffee, and then you have guys that are like Derek Jeter that have prestigious careers. So like I feel like there's levels to it, and within the levels of MLB, you have definite guys that are winners. Derek Jeter, great example. He was around other winners as well. That's why he was able to do it consistently. But there is something, I think, to be said of someone that is a great player and is not able to at least once like get over a hump of like a big game. Like I feel like that is a check mark of being someone, is that they're able to do the big game. They're able to get over the hump, and whether if that's being able to put your entire team on your back and going to the World Series or going to the NLDS or going somewhere. I feel like there's something to be said in that in itself, and just to be able to do it once, whether it's your first year in the league or your 10th year with David Price. I think it's just the fact that you're able to say I got over that hump is a big deal.
Fair enough.
Yeah. No, I get that. I'm just a big proponent of the postseason and nothing. I don't know. I hate batting average. It's the dumbest stat ever.
Just still on this.
I'm just stuck on this.
Do you have anything else to get off your chest about that, Nick?
No.
Just and to me too.
I got something for you.
Yes, Reynolds, give us
Think about the mental side of it, though. And like,
There-
we're talking about stuff that you can't. Like, making contact and hitting the ball is the most important thing of the game, obviously, because it is the game. Actually,
To a certain degree, though, it's overrated. Like, as a hitter, I would rather strike out and say, like, if the end result, no matter what, is going to be an out, I would rather strike out saying, holy shit, that was the best pitch that guy's going to throw tonight, and that's it, rather than roll over or miss what could have been really productive pitch, and I just rolled over and I was shitty on it. If the out's going to be an out, like, it doesn't matter. If they're striking out, you're seeing more than 3 pitches. If you're walking, you're seeing more than 4 pitches. But if you're hitting a single, you might just be seeing 1 pitch. If the situation is nobody on, nobody out, I am going to take a walk over a single most of the time. Just myself, especially as a coach, I would like to see the pitches. I would like to see the patience. As a hitting coach, I would like to be able to see that my hitter is able to distinguish good and bad pitches rather than just up there to be up there.
Listen, again, and I don't want people fucking not K'ing and taking a ass out fucking swing. That's not what I'm fucking saying. Because we're at the big leagues, obviously that's never a hit. And that's what we're talking about. I'm talking about guys on base. The value of a hit is way too undervalued.
I don't agree with you.
I don't
still,
think
'cause, like,
you're right with that.
Yeah, I think your perception of how teams value it is
We'll move
off.
runners over on singles that walks don't do.
No, but dudes are when they're guys on base in the playoffs. Dudes are trying to hit.
Yeah,
They're
obviously
also
they're always
not- they're
trying to
also
hit. I
trying
get that.
to
They're not
walk.
going up
They're
there to
just trying to
strike
strike.
out.
Yeah, it's like I don't think you're like I don't understand what I'm confused now.
You know what? I'm a little fucking confused at this point.
One of the biggest stats I feel like
At
is
first, you're talking
runners
about batting
average
being
with
undervalued.
runners in scoring position.
That's a great stat. That's a fucking great stat. I love that stat.
So wouldn't that be
No,
wouldn't that be value in hits with runners on base?
No doubt. That is a phenomenal stat.
Yeah, it
Or
goes,
even
it goes
OPS,
along.
that on guys on base. Like I don't even care. Anything. Any slugging on base or batting average. Anything that quantifies not being out with guys on base, I think is value. Ergen Van de great stat.
What else we got here?
Like slugging percentage with guys on base is a better stat than batting average with guys on base.
How so?
Slugging percentage accounts for how many guys you can score, and depending what base they're on. If you're to double, the guy can score from second or first. More likely from second, from first. Single can't do that.
With runners in scoring position, but with runners on, you're saying?
Yeah. Or even
In the big,
even
in the big
runners in
leagues,
scoring-
a guy on second scoring on a single.
even guys in scoring position, slugging is still better because like you get a
I
homer.
get what
2
you're
runs
saying.
scored.
It takes out the
I think
risk
you're
of him getting thrown
taking
at.
too much for granted, saying that no matter what, with a runner on second, a single is going to score them. That is
I'm
not
not
the
saying
case.
it's in the big league. It's a majority time. I'm not saying every time.
No,
Listen, also
What are you saying? Are you saying no?
no, that's I
saying-
do not think that's for granted. Like
What percent do you think?
I think probably. I mean, I can Google it, but let me throw out something out there. I
Like,
think
I want to hear what you think would be high though.
higher than what?
all I'm saying
Like when I'm saying like a guarantee, like I'm thinking it's like 80-90%.
Oh no, I'm thinking
You don't
like
think it's that high?
unless if there's 2 outs, yeah, but less than 2 outs, like I don't think it's 80. I was thinking more like 55%, maybe 60, just because you got to think.
I bet it's higher than that.
I don't. I'm gonna
Think about
Google
every
this.
ground ball, every single ground ball that gets through. I guess that's tough because balls hit to left field now.
That's what I'm saying. Like with 2 outs, 80-90%. I agree because they can go on contact, like immediately. You can get a great jump. You're going no matter what. But less than 2 outs, you don't necessarily have that ability. Like what about the little low line drives that you have to like freeze on, that you don't know if the outfield is going to catch it? Like that's a single, but you can't go.
You say
Listen.
fuck that. You just hope for the best.
Would you rather have like why
God
is
damn
slugging?
it.
I'll just have you think about this. Why is slugging worse than a batting average with guys scoring positions? What would be better?
That one I didn't even argue with you. I just asked you why you think. I didn't say my opinion on it.
The more bases you get.
Like I understand
Slugging
why.
percentage is batting average, accounting for how many extra base hits you have, or how many bases you get with your.
I know it's slugging percentages, Nick.
So like,
That might have made me feel like less of an idiot than the time you asked me. I forgot what pitcher it was, but you asked me.
I was like, "Do you know who Max Fried is?"
That's who it was. You know who Max Fried is? I'm like, no, Nick.
I was like, "Have you heard of Max Fried?"
You asked me who Max Fried was.
No, I said, "Have you heard?"
He's
of
just the
Max
best
Fried?
hitting pitcher ever in baseball.
Take it easy.
I don't know if he is anymore.
Carlos Zambrano also for sure was.
Love
Carlos
Carlos.
Zambrano 330 1 year. Not that batting average is important.
It's OBS.
I'll be like 650. Like that dude hit
Hold
some
on.
homers. He had like 5 homers 1 year.
better OPS here.
What year are we
What?
referring to?
Zambrano?
Yeah.
Who had a better
He
OPS? Brano,
Look it
Clear
up.
Eye?
330. You have 330 1 year. I'm not gonna be able to get the year.
Yeah, I'm on his baseball reference.
You have 330 1 year for sure, and he also had 4 home runs in the year. I know for a fact.
Pitching.
I want to make this sure everyone's fucking clear that I think OPS is a better stat than batting average, and I think batting average is one of the least more important. But
Holy
it's gotten
shit.
I'm saying it got so undervalued to a point.
Hold the fucking
Like, people
phone.
think it's a
But
bad
what does that
stat.
mean?
It's not a bad stat.
Yo, Carlos
There's
Zambrano
just
hit
he raked.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 years above the Mendoza line. 1, 2,
Hey, he's a good hitter.
3 of those times he was over 300. He hit 24 home runs.
It's more than Tony Walters.
It is more than Tony Walters. Tony Walters has. If I had to guess how many home runs Tony Walters had, I would guess 8.
That's so bad.
I might be
You're
low.
probably right.
I'm probably low.
You might be high.
No, he has to be under 10. He's probably at like 15, 16.
He's probably like around there. But he's not at 24.
He
I
just-
guarantee it.
He had like 4 years where he was a starting catcher.
Yeah, dude. One of those years he had 0 home runs. Of course.
I know, but there's 1 year he had 4. So
So did Carlos Zambrano.
yes,
Oh, Tony. Oh, Tony.
hit over 10, right?
He's such a bad player. He's such a bad player. Maybe he's
Dude.
catch a little bit, but
Honestly, I don't know if I'm under or overselling him when I said 9 or 16, which is terrible.
I think he's got to have at least like I bet it's around 15. He just played long enough.
How does he have?
All right. Let's play an over-under game.
15 has got to be the line. If it's under 10, I shouldn't.
For some reason, I'm sticking with 9 or 16 exactly.
Over,
8 or 16.
under 10.
It's. I mean, now I'm thinking it's under. So you set the
It's
line
under
so
also.
low. It's gotta be over.
I'm going under.
Over, under 6.
No.
It's 8.
No.
I was
It's
fucking
not
right.
under 6.
8.
There's no chance. Is it 8?
Over, under. What you got, Fish?
I'm going over for sure. Cannot.
Yeah,
Over,
definitely.
under.
I know he hit 4 1 year.
Over, under, or equal to 8.
It's 8.
It's,
I know
it's
it's
gotta be 8.
7?
7.
Oh my.
Damn, Tony.
7
How many
home
career
run.
bats does he have?
How many games did he-
500 or no, 1,262.
It's literally like
He averaged
two- like
3
2.5
every
seasons.
162 games.
I'm not gonna laugh because hitting a baseball is so fucking hard.
Dude, that's the worst hitter in the league. I'm sorry. That is okay. That is.
What's his
That's
career
so
OPS, Connor?
We have a career OPS
so scared to hear
of 637.
The only reason it's that high too is just really cool.
Is
What's
his-
OPS
is his-
plus? OPS
I have a
plus.
question. Is his
OPS plus.
WAR negative?
Nah, I bet you it's.
What's your question,
around
Q?
0.
Go down after your baseball reference.
Yeah.
On the next one, there'll be advance, and then look for total WAR. It'll be like just WAR.
Is his OPS plus above his 70? Also, I'm curious about
Advanced stat batting.
Yeah, it should be under there.
Where I have winning possibility or probability, but I don't see WAR.
Here, I can find it real quick.
that. Reynolds might be at the top. Also, is
I don't
OPS
remember if it
plus-
is or
What
not.
should be next to OPS? Is that like a 60? Because that'd be really funny. I'm just curious what it is.
His WAR,
As-
Nick, his WAR. Oh my fucking god!
Is it,
Oh, I found it. It's called player value. He has a 2.
well, that's not. I mean, it's positive. That's not.
Nick, he played 6 years.
Oh, he got paid 1 year, 1.9.
Well, that's
Oh,
actually
that was
really good
probably
for
definitely
values.
an arbitration year.
2020 of Colorado.
Yeah, it was definitely
But
arbitration.
1 year hit 0 home runs. Did he hit 300?
He hit 0 home runs in 2 different years, 1 including this year.
Did
Oh,
he
he
hit
didn't
300?
play
They call
well.
it first time.
No home runs in 2017. No home runs in 2020.
What's his
0
favorite
home runs
batting
so
average?
far.
It's gonna
Did he
fucking.
hit, in 2017, did
Oh,
he hit 300?
He has a career batting average of
Like 280.
236.
Oh God! That's
What was your
300%.
question, Vish?
Didn't he hit 300 in 2017 though?
No. I know at one point he was. I remember us
No.
talking about it.
He's never batted above 262.
Oh, I thought he
Like,
hit.
there was a time he was in 300 with no home runs. I remember.
Okay.
He's only had a on base percentage of 300 3 times.
Nick, the only other thing I could talk about tonight is I was ready to roast MLB for another list, but it actually was a good list, so there's no need to do it.
What do you mean?
They came out with the best player every year since 1969.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I didn't read it, but.
Do you want to
That's
go
why
over
I
it?
don't even care.
I was ready to roast it, but it was
You want to go over it?
I'm
it was
curious,
right,
honestly.
like- so. It was what year do you want me to start at?
Here, what's the? I can pull it up on my page. What is it?
Like I'm just gonna go through it quick, Connor, because it's just
Oh, okay.
because it's really long and they write a bunch of things each year. You want me to start in like I'll start in the 90s. I'll start.
Better be
So they
Bonds
have,
like every year.
They have too many pitchers in here, but so they have Bonds in '93, and then so he's with the Pirates. So when he won his second MVP.
You're
And
kind
they
of.
have Maddox. They have Maddox in '95, which again probably shouldn't be a pitcher on there, but it's like whatever.
Oh my God, Tehanuki's so bad.
He threw a 1.5 and then a 1.6 back to back. Are you looking at it right now?
No, I'm not. It should be Bonds, though. I don't even care.
And then they have Griffey for a couple of years,
Again.
and then McGuire. Obviously, the year he hit 65.
Dude, how is Griffey over fucking Barry Bonds? It's
it's by season?
no, I know it's still bad. There's no chance he had better numbers than Barry Bonds. No chance.
Then they have Bonds from 2000, 2004, obviously.
No sense.
Then they have Pujols for 2 years after when he won the MVPs. This is just basically an MVP thing they made,
Yeah.
and then they have pools again from after A-Rod for a little bit there, and then pools from 2008, 2011, and then they have 2012 to 2021. That's Trout.
Yeah.
Surprised they didn't throw
Oh, yeah.
a move in there or something.
I just disagree with like that way of thinking, I guess. Where like I think Barry Bonds is the best player for 16 years in the league in a row. I just give it to him every year.
Like, what do you feel about? How do you feel about
Trout's the
the
best player first.
how do you feel about the opener?
I think if you have to do it, you should do it. But I also don't think you should do it if you don't need to. Like, if you had 5 starters, you'd be dumb to do it.
I think it should be a lot. I think it's more of a luxury than anything. I'm looking at it kind of different than you. You're looking
I
at like
definitely disagree.
yeah, you're looking at it like if you have to do it. I'm looking at it as like I think if you're capable of doing it, you should do it. The thing is,
Why,
my thing with it is there are so few teams that can do it, and this is like to me with the Warriors, right? Not to get like too much basketball in here.
Yeah.
The thing with analytics, and again, I wrote in my I don't know if you saw what I wrote in my bio that I sent about winning old school versus new school baseball. It's not the point to argue about it. It's about finding what the best way to find an edge to help you win games is the most important thing.
For sure.
And the thing with like the Warriors, as soon as they like shot a bunch of threes, everybody in the league was like, "Hey, we're gonna shoot a bunch of threes," but they don't have the personnel, so they don't have the players to be shooting
Yeah.
that many threes.
Personal.
Yeah, you can. I am struggling tonight.
It's okay, I get it. You went to Garden City, as we all did.
And
continue. Sorry.
yeah, and so there are select for teams that can do it, and that run an analytics well. But to me, that every single team now is like, oh, I'm gonna be like the Rays. If I don't have a big budget, is odd to me. Like I'm gonna be an opener and stuff like
That's
that.
why I don't think you should do it if you don't have to. Like the Rays kind of have to because they can't pay 5 starting
They don't
pitchers.
have to do it though.
They do though. They don't
But
have.
they
5
have
arms.
5 arms. They could
They
start.
don't though. Well,
They do.
everyone has 5 arms. They could start.
Yeah,
I mean,
but they
like,
have 5 starters that could start and be good.
Luis Patino is probably one of their best starters. He's on like a 4.2. Like he's good. I love him and he's really talented and young. But like,
You're underestimating how good their starters have been. Also, their starters, the reason they have been solid is because they only have to go 6 innings. It's kind of like the opposite effect of the Rockies.
no, I agree. But that's why I don't think you should use the opener if you don't have to. It taxes your bullpen. And it's unnecessary. Like if you have 5 arms, just use them. Even if you're
It
50
doesn't really,
guys.
it doesn't really tax their bullpen, though.
It does though. Like
No, because
is-
it's different. They have how many
you
arms?
can only
do they-
carry
how many
13
arms-
guys.
How many? 13. So they have 8 arms. You know those 8 arms, like 7 of them are very good in the bullpen. That are reliable.
No, I know, but like I'm
So
just saying by the end
you
of the
saying
year,
they're
they're gonna
taxing the
have guys-
bullpen is not true. Like they wouldn't have gone through those arms if they're not gonna have an opener.
They should have guys like what's his face, Yarbrough, and who's the other one? It's like similar. Like they'll have like a
Yarbrough
long
an
relief
opener?
starter.
What is he?
No. But I'm saying they have these guys that can like throw middle relief and throw 3 or 4 innings. They're also like very capable, good starters. Not like great, but good starters. And like, if you can get 5 starting pitchers to be effective, and even for your 5, just getting an innings eater, like you should just do that and then save your dominant bullpen. Because if you have these guys that are dominant, don't have them reach their 70 innings in the regular season when you don't need to. It also prolongs their careers if you're going to keep them on your roster, especially if they're in arbitration on their rookie deals. Like Hader's going to be gone. I think the Brewers should probably trade him this offseason. It's a topic for another podcast, but because like his production at some point is just
Yeah,
honestly, it's gonna be
that whole question is depending where they go this year, right?
for sure because they're going to be the best team. In the
Like
division next year,
if they do make, which I think they could still, if they do somehow make it to the World Series, like that's that point where you go, fuck it, we're just running it back.
Yeah, no, I get it. But you know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to
Yeah,
say,
no,
like,
I get what you're saying.
Jeter's thrown 85 innings, like, multiple times over the last, like, 5 years. Like, that's a lot of work. And he's dominant. He's a miracle. He's the new Andrew Miller. But Andrew Miller fell off a cliff. Like, that guy's a middle reliever now. And I love him, but he was one of the best players in baseball for, like, 4 or 5 years. He's had a 12-year, 13-year career. I'm just saying, like,
You can make
if
an
you don't
argument.
need to use these... What's up?
You can make an argument Hader's stuff is better.
I mean,
know
no
it's
doubt. No, I
one.
think it is. I'm just saying, like, if you don't need to use the opener, don't, because it's not necessary, and I'm not even convinced it works better.
So you're kind of even looking at it as like
He's
a long term.
Yeah, no, I am. I'm like the Padres should do it. I'm not like there are teams that should do it. I'm just saying if you don't have to do it, don't do it. The Yankees should fucking do it.
You ever seen someone do it in the postseason? The Rays didn't do it.
I don't. Yeah, I don't think they have.
You think this
Which-
might be the year they do?
I'm curious. I mean, it's the
They'll put
Rays.
down-
If anyone should do it,
they'll
it's the Rays.
and they'll start Yarborough as a game 4.
Yeah. Also, if anyone should do it, it should be the Rays because like there are obviously all their guys are really comfortable in those kind of scenarios. Anyone else should not because it's a really bad time to try to do it.
Fair.
Even if you started it this year, like don't just throw your guys in the postseason to do it. I would say off my very limited knowledge.
Do you have any other comments tonight, Nick? Because I was out of my best tonight, and
You know, we'll be back next week. You know, I'm excited. I'll be on time next week too. So
I'm not gonna lie to you, this Giants game is driving me insane right now.
Q and I have a lot of money in the Giants Redskins game, football team game. Q was way more than me, but I still go off myself. But anyway,
what?
one of the Cubs game tomorrow.
You're going to the Cubs game tomorrow?
I'm gonna see like no players I care about, but whatever. And
Yeah,
Kyle
they're-
today, I think.
Who's throwing?
I don't know Henry today, so I don't really care. It's not.
So Davies is probably throwing tomorrow.
I don't even think it is Davies.
Are they not in that
Did Kyle
rotation
get
probably anymore?
Kyle lit up? Oh fuck, dude! It's on the 4-8. It's so sad. Just it is Davies. All right, that's not bad. And Hauser, damn it! It's fucking Hauser. That sucks. Burns throws the next day also. Whatever.
Yeah. What a fucking time.
I don't even
Hauser
hate Hauser. I
game.
I think Hauser's actually so underrated.
Yeah, he's throwing a 3-2.
Yeah,
That's
you
what
also
happens.
look at-
That happens when you're on fucking good teams, though. When you're a game
Look
4. And you're
at
throwing
his
3-2.
career numbers. Look at his career numbers. Also, like he's every
know
under
that.
4. He's solid,
I'm glad the Padres decided to put Tatis back at shortstop.
dude. Oh my god, I will
That
talk
was
about that.
fucking really weird.
They're like, he's probably better. Yeah, it's Whitefield. They're like,
They did
where
it because
should
he
we
didn't want
put
to get
him?
hurt, which was
No,
dumb
I
because
know.
he
It
didn't,
doesn't
he
even
didn't
make
get
sense.
hurt playing defense.
I'm aware. I am on your
He's
side.
never gotten hurt. He gets hurt running the bases. Cause he's
Or
a
swinging. He's got her
fucking
swinging.
animal.
Also.
Yeah, because he swings so hard. He swings too hard, Connor.
Yeah, and then he runs the bases hard. And
He runs, Connor. That's Tatis just runs the bases too hard, swings too hard.
plays the game too hard.
He's just the
game
goat.
too hard. He just
He's a-
plays the game too hard.
He's a baby goat, bro. I love
I
Tatis.
love him. God, watching him play, he's just a beautiful thing.
At least the Padres got him, you know.
Hey, the White Sox should have him.
Man, those couple of years of James Shields though on the south side.
Can you imagine
Oh,
what that, team would look, what that White Sox team would look like with Tatis? I
They
think
traded
about
James.
that.
Be
I
dumb,
think
man.
about that all the time.
It's like Tim Anderson's great and all, but he's not one of the best players in the game. Like I think Fernando Tatis is the best player in the league once Mike Trout is no longer the best player in the league, which I'm not saying that. But
Connor, are we good to end? All right.
Oh, shoot, boys.
he goes, all right.
Let's see here. What else we got?
That's about it, man. Again,
All right.
I am. Hopefully next week I will sleep.
Hopefully. I mean, if anything, for
Also, the word I was looking for was personnel.
I'm
What did
aware
I
it's
say?
better.
What did I
It's
say?
it's personal.
Personal. Dude, my brain
He
is.
said they don't have
Think
the
how bad
personal.
Think how bad my brain is skipping that I just thought about the correct way to say that.
I also said personnel.
Just
immediately
my
after
brain
you
was
said
like-
personal.
My brain was like, hey, Quentin. What happened? What happened? Someone pick a ball. Someone pick.
Darius Slayton just had literally 15 steps on the closest safety, and Daniel Jones overthrew him. It was
Oh,
a
they're on their
legitimate
own.
dagger. The Redskins the football team were down 3, and Darius Slayton just outran the closest defensive back by 15 yards. And he was in the end zone, and Daniel Jones overthrew him. By like,
You want to
about
score a
foot.
touchdown?
Yeah, no, we were almost. It was almost a dagger for us. Yeah.
Are we done? Are we done?
Yeah, I was just going to run through a few things really quick. I want to give a shout out
Please.
to Herman for picking up some merch. I really appreciate that. Thank you, my guy.
Oh, yeah.
Also want to say the website is live, you guys. www.rbibaseballllc.com. That's where you're going to be able to find everything RBI moving forward. All of our podcasts will be on there. There are separate tabs. If you go and click on that, you can get an audio file of the YouTube or of the podcast. You can get the video file from YouTube, and then you can also get the description. You can download the app or the audio file right there, or you can go to the Spotify app. You can also find us on Spotify for Bottom of the Order. We also have another podcast called Hit Chat Chit Chat that you guys can find there as well. We're going to have a blog that Q, myself, and Vish, and a couple other guys from college are going to be helping writing and getting some content out on there for us. And everything else RBI Baseball you can find at the website. Guys, go ahead, do me a favor, check that out. And then that's about it.
Check that out. Check that shit out.
Check it out.
Check that shit out!
Check that shit out.
Nick, how good do you feel about the Giants making like a 60-yard field goal here? Are you ahead of me?
I'm my dad, and I'm on Stream East.
I'm also on strike out.
You're in strike out? Is it a new site?
Yeah, that's what I always use.
Oh.
Are you ahead of me?
I just got a penalty on the false start.
Oh, God, I'm way ahead of you.
Oh, they're walking out. Well, I'm on 3rd and 15. Is that where you're at, or you're past this? Or you're at a field goal?
I just watched the field goal happen, Nick.
It did happen?
Yeah,
He missed it. He had to have missed it.
he made it.
Oh my god, are you serious?
55 yards. He made
Oh
that.
my god.
Honestly, he made that very easily.
Oh,
also,
Daniel Jones
now-
just ran so much.
Also, we're fucked.
Yeah, I mean, we can't win there. We could
No.
win, but it'd be super. It's very unlikely. Touchdown and no field goal overtime. That's what we're hoping for.
Yep.
I fucking consider the Giants money line. They're so bad, but they're not bad. Like, why did Daniel Jones look competent today? He doesn't look good, but he looked competent. Not really, actually. Anyway,
Connor, we're not live, right?
Still all right now.
Oh, I'm gonna hold
I can
off
end
my
it,
next
though.
comment. Can you unlock?